everyone, welcome back to another exciting episode of the Punit Khatri show. I'm really glad that you have again tuned in to watching the Punit Khatri show episode number 3 on a Saturday morning, and I'm happy to see that how the Punit Khatri show is being a part of your daily morning routine of Saturdays. So today we have a very special guest with us, Karan Parwani. So I have known Karan for around like couple of months now, Karan, and he has been like a really amazing guy. So by looking at him, by how he talks to everyone, by his nature, I cannot figure out actually he's a founder of a startup, because whenever you're talking to a person like heading a startup and couple of people, obviously he's very tensed out, but you are this guy who I have known is very chilled out, very like relaxed all the time, calm all the time, and whatever so happens, guys, Karan is able to take out some time from his busy schedule to play PS4, right, Karan?
Of course, every day I play around 3-4 hours, and because I've been gaming since I was 4, so I started from PlayStation 1 and then PSP and then Xbox 360 and now PS4. So gaming has been a part of my life because it helps you to take decisions, and gaming makes that you have to take decisions faster. You make right decisions. So that's how it has helped me.
So right. So like I never thought that gaming could help you in making better decisions, and definitely this is something I have learned.
And then I made a right decision, right?
Definitely, that is correct. That is correct. So Karan has started a company, that a digital marketing agency, when he was in second year of his graduation. And you graduated from Center for Management Studies,
Yes,
right?
Jain University. Same college Punit is studying right.
Studying as of now. So Karan, how did you get the idea that you want to get into this field, or this is what is you want to get started with?
Correct. So what happened was, in our college there was a workshop which was conducted for digital marketing. So I didn't knew what was digital marketing before. So I was just hearing the word digital marketing. I thought, let's go and find out what it is on Google. So I saw SEO and stuff. I didn't understand anything. So I thought, okay, let's attend the workshop. Let's see what happens. And then I was astonished whenever they told that you can target someone on Facebook and show them ads. I said, what's happening, dude? How can this happen, man? I mean, this is how Mark Zuckerberg makes money. Then I decided that I should go and check out how they are. And then on an afternoon, I went to the library of our college and searched the word digital marketing training because I wanted to get trained. And then DSIM was one of the institute which I enrolled in. But the story is very funny how I got enrolled. So I was just, I had my lunch at home and I just laid down. And then a call came from DSIM. Sir, please come. You have signed up for a free thing. And how did they got to know that I signed up? Oh yeah, I filled up a form, I remember. So then I went, and then they told that you get this, you get the certification and everything. I said, fine, okay. And then I enrolled. And from there started the journey of my learning of how digital marketing works and what it is. And then we went through a 3 months course, and that's where I found out my co-founders, who are now the director of V2E Consult. So we are running this company since 2.5 years now. Why we started the company? Because we saw a bridge in the market that there was no customer education. Customers were being fooled and scammed by the agencies or the freelancers. So we thought of bringing in a quality service at a quality price, and not saying that we can bring you results, we can bring you this, but showing them that this is what you have got, and not just promising fake stuff. So that's how we started, and we are doing great right now. We are growing. We are now moving to Europe via a program known as Estonia. There's a country, so they have an e-residency program through which you can have access to 23 European countries and do business there without having a physical location. So that's how we are right now, and
So Karan, it's just been like couple of months that you have graduated from college, and already since 2.5 years you have been working in this company. So how are you able to manage your studies, your college life, as well as your work life? Because beginning, as I can understand, like beginning is the phase where you need to put a lot of efforts, extra time, or you need to work like all nighters as well to complete your work or to get your new clients or how to get the clients on board. So how were you able to manage
See,
that?
first thing was that I was fortunate to not get into Christ University because they rejected me. So I was okay, fine. Let me get into Jain University, and Jain is one of the colleges which promote entrepreneurship. They have their own cell. They have programs for dual entrepreneurship courses.
Entrepreneurship courses and certifications.
Because Chenraj Roychand, who is the founder, is an entrepreneur himself. So he believes in the ideology of entrepreneurship. And Christ is something that just focus on studies and academic excellence and not the holistic excellence of a student. So I got into the college and I knew that I had to do something because college is very boring. Let me tell you, I didn't find interesting. And we are fortunate that we have 4 hours of college. That's what from 8 to 12. That's it. And so what do you do after that? And then so I managed very well. Whenever our class was going, I had my phone with me. I just saw text and just replied to the customers and everything, and then studied. So that was some funny thing which I did. But the greater part was that after you finish a college, I then had to rush to the office because I was already late. So I finished my college at 12 and then I rushed without even eating lunch. And then I went and then I took the charge of everything which has happened since the past few hours.
Since the morning.
Since the morning, correct. And then I went and replied to the customers because the mails were pending. Because mails start since 10 a.m.
That's correct.
And it's not you always can respond to the emails, but you can respond to WhatsApp texts.
Yeah.
So then I have to go back and then sit, and I have to also work on the campaigns and make the websites, do stuff. And then when you go home, then you can't sleep, you can't be flexible because you have to work for the growth of the company.
Correct.
What next, right? Morning is for existing customers, how it's happening, but evening you have to brainstorm. So that went till 12 and then also exceeded the timings. So you also have to give time to your family because my family lives in Bangalore. And so that's how I manage every day. It's the same thing every day. You finish the college and you go to office. So it was my routine for 2.5 years. So I didn't went out with my friends. I didn't do any activities. I say I have no friends in college, and so when I started, I had a website of affiliate marketing. So I was such a pushy salesman that I sold it to few of my friends who were girls, and then they broke the friendship with me because I was too pushy. So they said, "You're a salesman. Don't get in touch with us now." So I said, "Okay, fine." And then I couldn't stop. No one can stop me. So I sold a lot of stuff to that also. So that gave me a lot of exposure in business, how to do it and stuff like that.
So Karan, like as you told, like since your second year itself, you started the company, and right after your college ended, you were rushing to your office, right? So didn't you somewhere or the other, or like late in the night when you were just alone, or you like, did you get that feeling of being isolated or not having enough friends with you, not partying with them? Because you might definitely would be like listening to some stories. They are going to this year, they are partying, they went on a holiday, they went on a vacation, something like that. So didn't that feeling occur in your mind, or how did you tackle that?
Correct, because there were temptations, right? There are distractions, when you're working. But my mindset is that you should be an eagle, all right? The high performance, high achievers have the mentality of eagles. You know what eagles do, right? Yes. You cannot see eagles on this atmosphere. They always fly high. So pigeons are the one who you can see around this area. Correct. You cannot see eagles directly. So that's what my mindset is, and I always believe in working alone. I don't like to party. I never party. I just live a simple life of entrepreneurship and passion. And there were times when I thought, let's go, but again, work comes first. You have to forego that feeling of going with friends and everything. So I didn't have any friends in college. That was my advantage, that my brain, I can control my brain. A lot of people cannot control their brains. Their brains control them, or their brains say, let's go, get together. Yeah. So I was the one who controlled myself that I don't have to do it. And still I've completed my college, I haven't met any friends. And I still don't go to parties. I still work, I still create stuff to add value to people's life.
So Karan, like if as of now, if someone is trying to start something, if someone is trying to do something right now to start something, but they are getting this feeling wherein they feel that they're getting isolated from their friends, or they not enough people are talking to them, or they are like they are getting lonelier in their life. What suggestion would you have for them? Like how can they tackle that loneliness and focus more on their work and like divert that energy back to their work so that their effectiveness can be
Correct.
improved?
See, it depends upon what your nature is. If you can't live without your friends, you should always go out. You can have some liberty. So, but I didn't have that because I have a Batman mindset. All right.
Correct.
If you know Batman, how he works, he said, I don't want anyone. Right. I want to be. I work efficiently when I'm alone.
Right.
You know, have you heard about Batman partying? Never, right?
never,
Joker parties, but Batman doesn't party, right?
Right.
So I mean, if you are isolated by your friends, so go with them. I mean, once in a weekend is fine. Go and enjoy yourself, relax, go with them on a road trip. All right, do something, but don't forget your long-term vision as to what you want to achieve.
Correct.
For that, you have to make sacrifices. Sacrificing is important. Otherwise,
Right,
no
that's
one
correct.
won by sacrificing. You must see what Bill Gates said. He said he didn't take any single holiday when he was in 20s.
Right.
That's what made him a billionaire when he was 31.
Right. That's
If we would have gone out with friends and enjoyed and smoked and everything, would you think we would have a billionaire today? We won't have.
Definitely.
Building Microsoft was his long-term vision. He wouldn't have made Microsoft by going without out his friends. So it depends upon you. I mean, they say that leave your thing right now to have a better future. I'm not able to remember the quote which is there for entrepreneurship. I would definitely say it once we continue with the
Definitely.
interview. Yeah.
But Karan, like today's generation, what I have seen is that people aren't patient enough. Because if they're starting something today, they want the result like the next day or next week or next month itself, which doesn't happen in entrepreneurship. Because like in the beginning, definitely that is the phase when you are failing the most number of times, and you don't have to like allow that failure to stop you from continuing, right? But many people do get demotivated. Like once they are failing, they might turn up again for the second fight, but again in the second or the third time if they fail, then what suggestion do you have that they can keep themselves motivated?
See, if I talk about ourselves, we failed more than 100 times in a week,
Correct.
in a day, or even in a year. But what kept us going was our vision. So you have to make sure that what you want in the long term. See, failure can catch hold of you anytime. It can make you depressed. But we have to make sure that you fight failure. The only reason is that you're not going to die tomorrow, right? You still have 50, 60 years to live. So even if you fail tomorrow, would you die? No, you would ever try again and then go for it. You can again fail. You have liberty. You don't have children right now, right? You're risk free.
So like you don't have to take care of anyone, you're not responsible for taking care of someone else.
Correct. So what's stopping you from trying again and again?
Correct.
I mean, you Indians have a mindset that what if it doesn't work?
Yeah,
But you should have a mindset that what if it works? So when you have the mindset, you are automatically working towards that direction and you have the focus for that. But even before you start, you say, oh my God, I mean, I'm not able to get it down. So you should leave that. See, entrepreneurship is something is very dark. It's a very lonely journey. You won't have anyone with you. Everyone would judge you. Everyone would judge you when you fail. They would laugh at you. But you should have the mental strength because entrepreneurship requires that. You see Mukesh Ambani, how stressed he doesn't show on camera, but we all know that backstory.
Definitely.
He had a lot of stress, right? Entrepreneurs have a stress. They see Lamborghini and all the cars. But do you believe that got easy? They worked for that for 10 years, 12 years, 20 years. That's when they got out. Same with Mark Zuckerberg. They say that Mark Zuckerberg got billionaire in 4 to 5 years. But he
Like something like an overnight success.
correct. But he started coding when he was 9 years old.
Right.
I mean, that's what.
That's when his journey began, and then in schooling, like as I watched in the Social Network movie, so when he was in his college, when he was in Harvard, that time he got that idea and he started that
Started with Hot or Not, that website, and he went on creating the Facebook.com.
the facebook.com, and then Sean and everyone got a part of it and they went ahead with
So it took time, it took him 12 years to become an overnight success.
Right. Correct.
Correct.
So like that is what guys you need to focus upon, wherein you need to you need to be patient enough. You are not going to become an overnight success. There is nothing as overnight success in entrepreneurship, right? Because even if when you are successful, you do fail. Like many famous people like Mark Zuckerberg or Apple, Google, Elon Musk as well, to mention, they are also failing at their efforts and to their projects as well. And that thing, the thing that made them success was that these failures or these small failures, or even for the matter of fact the huge failures, are not allowing them to stop their vision, because they're so passionate about their long term goal, is that these
They ignore the
small
short-term
steps,
things.
yeah, right.
Correct. They ignore the small failures which occur.
Small failures are not able to
Because
stop
Elon
them.
Musk's vision is so big. I mean, you see, he wants to get the humanity to Mars. I mean,
right.
we can you think of doing that?
Something none of us have
None of
ever
us
thought
can
about.
even think
Yeah,
in our
right.
dreams that we can take them to Mars. I mean,
Right.
if you are working for that vision, you don't have any reason to fail.
But Elon has been very confident about it, and he's constantly working on that as well.
Because
And one thing I would like to mention, like many people hesitate when they have, like, they're not confident enough what they're working upon. So like I read this quote about Elon. It was that when he sold PayPal, he made around like $180 million, and out of that, every single thing was again invested into his businesses, and he lended money or he borrowed money from others to in order to pay his rent as well. So that level of confidence, I guess, people are not having right now. Or like, what is that one thing that they should be focusing upon, so that they can have the ultimate focus on what actually they are looking for?
one thing is that you should upgrade your skills. See, many people in India, the thing is they're not aware about skills. They're only degree, they want degree, and then they would go to employer, and employer rejects them, and they ask, why would I get rejected? Why I got rejected? The importance that you should have something to add to the community or to the market. If you don't have anything, you won't be get hired, you won't get paid. So that will eventually lead to your failure. Right? If you don't have skills, for example, if you don't have the video creation skills, if you don't have the coding skills, if you don't know how to do WordPress, why would someone pay you to do that?
Correct.
No one. So you would get depressed, and then the economy would fall down, because they say unemployment is growing. But I don't think that's the reason. People are not skilled enough. They're not, having the appropriate skills which the market demands from them.
Right.
And then, for example, Apple has its own university where they train people. People don't need to go to college. They directly go to Apple. Apple trains them on the modern technology which is going on, modern methods. So then they don't have to wait for the candidate to become, they don't have to train him again.
Capable enough to work
Correct.
in their company.
Correct.
Right?
They become capable enough to work, and then it saves them time and money.
And also, like when a person goes to colleges, definitely the books or the material that we are studying right now is way older than what currently is going on in the market. So definitely the student also, when he gets into the real world or gets a job or starts working, he needs to cope up with that. And that is also an area, I guess, wherein people face trouble to, like, actually get the transition from the student life to an actual world life.
Guys, today's knowledge is free. You go to YouTube, type how to make a website. You get 10-minute video, you earn from that.
Or also, like, Karan, I think like people aren't spending enough on learning or gaining new skills, because I often see, like, whenever someone earns money, definitely they'll go buy out things, they'll buy things that will depreciate over the time, but they're not, like, they don't even invest on themselves. Then I don't think so, like, they are also investing somewhere else for their own growth.
Mindset.
Yeah, like, you need to improve your mindset, you need to continuously invest in yourself to grow, right? So what suggestion can you have for my audience to, like, how they should be again and again focusing upon their self growth as well? Like, age shouldn't be mattering about that, but growth should continue, right, over the time.
Absolutely. You see, the thing is, mindset is what you need to change. We see all the success stories, but we don't see the failure stories. We need to go to failure stories, how they failed, why they failed. So that will give you a mindset as to why you have to work upon yourself and why it is important. So as you talked about that, many people are not aware about how to upgrade their skills. So I would say that go to first find out what your passion is, or what you like doing on an everyday basis. So if I ask you if you can do something 24/7 without getting paid, what would you do?
Correct.
So if I say I can do digital marketing without getting paid, so same way you have to identify that what interest you are into. Even if you are having interest in real estate, do that. There is real estate training available.
Correct.
Take training, go to market, add and provide services and get paid. It's that simple. The only shift you have to do is in mindset. You have to change your mindset. You have to change your friends. They say, there was one quote from Dan Pena. He's one of the biggest financial business coach in the world.
Correct.
He says that, show me your friends, I'll show you your future.
Right, that's true. Like your behavior or you are recognized by the top 5 people you hang out with.
The average of 5 people you hang out with.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
So if you don't have a good circle, you won't grow. You need to eliminate the friends which are bringing you down. You need to be with people who are bringing you up. So what I would suggest is go to communities. Like we are a part of a digital marketing club, which is a community of members who are dedicated to.
Who want to learn digital marketing or who want to grow in the field of digital.
Automatically our mindset is a positive mindset and we automatically grow and learn, right? If we are in a group which only takes drugs, so we become druggers, right? We will drug every single day. So that's not what we have to do. We have to focus on positive growth. So you join any club which is in your city, go join Toastmasters if you want to improve your public speaking skills.
Definitely, right.
Correct. It's only the shift of mindset, guys. That's it. Everything would fall into its own place when you have that.
But Karan, like often, like people face a lot of problems. So as you know, like if you even know, if as of now, as of today, if I know that one of my friend is not good enough, or he's not good enough, or he's not pushing me ahead to grow, or he's pulling me down, or he's stopping me from growing, then people hesitate to like tell him on his face, or tell him that he's not a good friend of yours face to face, or they are unable to do that. They're unable to let go of people. So how can you suggest like people can like leave the negative people behind and get closer to the positivity, or people who are actually motivating you to work ahead or to grow?
See, I would say कि don't stop talking to them.
Right.
Just don't hang out with them often, right? Because wherever they go, just don't go with them every single time. Once in a while it's fine, but don't make sure that they're not bringing you down so that you completely are destroyed. You have to make sure that you communicate to them that I won't be coming with you because I have my own stuff to do now. And then go and hang out with more positive people. So you don't have to cut from the negative guys. Just go out with them once and tell them straight to their face that I won't be able to come with you next time. I have some commitments. Simple. I mean, there's no hesitation. It's your life. You don't have to like think, that I need to communicate or not. So you need to think that it's your life. You have to make sure that you have people to feed in future. You have people to take care of. You have responsibilities. So you shouldn't be hesitant enough to talk to other guy and tell him that you suck. Right? You're not.
That's true.
So that's it. I mean, you just communicate.
So like it's more of like, if we sum this up, it will be more of like you need to prioritize what you want to do first. Like figure out what you want to do, what you like doing, then prioritize that over like everything as of now, so that you are able to work into that direction. You are able to grow in that direction, right?
That's important. I mean, as they say, prioritize what's important in your life.
Right.
For example, family comes and then business and then the money and that stuff. You need to eliminate the friends, guys. Just cut that negative thing off.
All right, then we'll submit up, Karan.
Of course, man, it was great being on.
Show.
Thank you so much.
Guys, you can take away a lot of things from Punit. He's an amazing person and he's dedicated to his growth. I see him growing. He has his own podcast. He's creating videos. I mean, how many people in this world have a podcast?
That's
Only
true.
around 8 lakh, 7 lakh people in this world have a podcast.
Correct.
How many have a YouTube channel? So
Right.
make sure that you have learned a lot of him. Subscribe to his channel, subscribe to his podcast, and make sure. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you so much, Karan. Thank you so much. It was very nice having you on the show. Thank you so much, guys. That's about it. And if you have any questions, you can definitely get in touch with him. I'll be linking all of his networks down in the description. And also, if you have any questions from my side to be answered, I'll also be very glad to help you out. And thanks again for tuning in to the. Thank you, Karan. So thanks again for tuning in, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Punit Khatri show, and I'll catch you guys the next week show as well. Bye bye.